Hi everybody, welcome to the Nautilus rock band quarantine experience. We are going to try to cover a lot of ground today. You might have noticed a new instrument that I have. We all remember what this is, right? This is called the hi-hat stand, right? And this is the hi-hat cymbals, and this right here is the clutch. That's right. So we are going to be doing three things today. We're going to be practicing our paradiddles that we did from last lesson with a bit of a twist this time. We're going to be using two drums, the hi-hat and the snare drum. And so if you don't have drums at home, just try to, like we did last time, find something that you can drum on, whether it's your chest or your knees, or a book or a glass, something that makes one kind of noise like that, and something that makes a different kind of noise like that, because we're going to be practicing doing paradiddles on different instruments. So we want to get that different kind of sound. So you can do one hand right here, one hand right here. We're trying to train our brains to coordinate in a different way. So if you don't have the materials ready right now, feel free to pause, take some time to get them. And the other things we're going to be learning today, we're going to be wrapping up our Blitzkrieg Bop chords and lyrics, and a huge shout out to Aiden for coming up with some really great lyrics, including wanting to go to my home state of Iowa. That made me feel real special. So we're going to be wrapping up our chords and our lyrics for Blitzkrieg Bop, and we're also going to be getting a little preview of a new song that we're doing. I think you might be familiar with it, and if not, it's a really fun song and really great to do. Like I said, we're going to be trying to move things along really quickly, but it does feel really special to me to sing our welcome song for everybody. I want to make sure that we're doing that before we get going. We won't take too much time on it, but again, as we do with each time, make sure that you're following along with the tempo and the dynamics and the rhythm, okay? So we're just going to get right into it, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, sing. Hello, everybody. So glad to see you. Hello, everybody. So glad to see you. Hello to Aiden. So glad to see you. Hello to Aiden. So glad to see you. Hello to Hazel. So glad to see you. Hello to Hazel. So glad to see you. Hello to AJ. So glad to see you. Hello to AJ. So glad to see you. Hello to Donovan. So glad to see you. Hello to Donovan. So glad to see you. Hello to Eero. So glad to see you. Hello to Eero. So glad to see you. Hello to Adrian. So glad to see you. Hello to Adrian. So glad to see you. Hello to Mr. Curt. So glad to see me. Hello to Mr. Curt. So glad to see me. Hello to everybody. So glad to see you. Hello to everybody. So glad to see you. Okay, so now that we've got our nice, welcome, warm hearts open, we are going to get right into our lesson. So we remember from last week, we're using our trusty metronome to keep ourselves in check. make sure that our time is really good, make sure that we're following the directions, and again, we can set the metronome to anything we want, and we want to make sure that our metronome is set at a tempo that we can play our best at. So it's okay to start slow. There's no problem with starting slow. So we're going to set our metronome to 50. Really, really slow. Because what we're practicing is pretty tricky. So we want to make sure that we can get it. Okay? So take out your sticks. Take out your hands. Whatever drum implements you have. Whatever things you have to drum on or with. And we're going to get started. So we remember from the last lesson that a paradiddle is a rudiment for drumming, and it's a very foundational thing that it's a building block for all kinds of drumming. And we're going to demonstrate how that simple idea of a paradiddle can be made bigger into something even cooler than just right, left, right, left, right, left, right, you know? So, again, the basic concept of a paradiddle, the basic idea is right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Okay? So let's try that together. So it's right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. You can do that on any surface with any implement you can. Just make sure you ask permission first. You can do it on our chest. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. We can do it on our knees. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. And we can do it on the drum. So I'm going to demonstrate it just on one drum for now. And remember, we want to make sure that each beat is even, not just in terms of tempo, but in terms of dynamics and tone. So we want to make sure that each beat sounds the same. Okay? So it'll go like this, like right, left, and this is what it sounds like on the hi-hat. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right. Okay? So, we want to keep those metronomes going, keep the tempo in mind, and we're going to just keep going nice and slow until we get it, okay? So let's review again with just our hands. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. On our knees. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. On our chest. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. On the snare. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left. On the hi-hat. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Okay. So now that we've got that basic concept down, we're going to make things a little bit trickier by splitting where our hands are going. So right now, it's a lot easier when both of our hands are hitting our knees or our chest or the drum or wherever, you know? But when you're playing on a drum set, you know, you're not just playing one drum at a time. Your hands are doing one thing, your feet are doing another thing, and your hands are going all over the place, right? So we're practicing being able to have multiple arms and legs doing multiple things at the same time, okay? Because that's a really, really important skill for playing the drum set, okay? So I'm going to demonstrate first by having my left hand on my knee and my right hand placed on my chest. So we're going to go right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Okay, now try that. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Okay, now let's switch hands. 1, 2, ready, go. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Okay, so again, if you don't have a drum set, don't have drums at home, don't have drumsticks, feel free to just keep following along, keep practicing with your hands or drumming on different things, as long as they're different places to put your hands. That's the important part. That's what we're practicing. So I'm going to demonstrate on the drum set, and just follow along however you can. So it'll be right, left, right, right, left, right, left. Okay, one more time. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Okay? So, if that seems easy to you, then that's really good. That means that we've set a good tempo for us to be learning this at, right? And practicing it. So, if it is easy and you've done it a few times and you feel like you can do it, then go ahead and take your metronome and bump up the tempo. I usually like to bump up the tempo by 10 beats at a time. That is a good tempo to increase by, because it's fast enough that it's noticeable, but not so fast that it's out of our reach. So let's do that one more time. 1, 2, ready, go. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Okay? And then just keep pushing the tempo faster and faster until you're shredding. So right now we're at 70 BPM. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Now, we can push it up even further. 80 BPM. Right, left, right, right, left, left. And then eventually we'll get to a place where we can do it fast enough that it sounds like a little beat, right? Okay, so that's what we're working towards. Just keep practicing however you can, even if it's just with your hands. That'll go so far in terms of getting you being able to coordinate your limbs. I can't tell you how many professional drummers I've been around that can't sit still. They're always just making a dang beat, you know? Can't get it out of their heads. So that's what we want to be like. We want to be always bopping around, you know, making music wherever we go. So, speaking of places we go, we are going to be wrapping up Blitzkrieg Bop. So before we get into the lyrics part of it, let's just review the notes that we learned really quick. So remember, we've got A, that's the 5th string, D, that's the 4th string, and E, that's the 6th string. And the rhythm that we do is A, D, D, E, E, A, D, And remember, if you don't have an instrument, then feel free to just sing along with us while we're playing, just like how I'm doing. A, D, D, E, E, A. Because when we get back to class, and it's time for us to play the instruments that we normally only get to play at school, we want to be just as ready as if we had been practicing with this instrument the whole time we've been away. So, let's sing the notes. How about we'll do that 4 times? Just once we get the hang of that, then we'll start adding in lyrics. So 4 times through the chord progression. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. A, D, D, E, E, A, D, D, E, E, A, D, D, E, E, A, D, D, E, E. And that's it. So now let's focus on the chords. And the chords are just the same as the notes, right? A, D, D, E, E, A. So the A chord, remember, is our first finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and our 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. So, first finger, 2nd fret, 4th string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 3rd finger, 2nd fret, 2nd string, right here. And then all the other strings are open. So, and remember to keep your candy cane fingers nice and curled so that we get those notes to ring out. And then our D is our first finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string this time, and then our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So, first finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 1st string, 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 2nd string. And then all the other strings are open. There you go. That's a nice, beautiful D chord. Then, lastly, the E chord. Our first finger goes on the 1st fret of the 3rd string, right here. Our 2nd finger goes on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, right here. And then our 3rd finger goes on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And then all the other strings are open. Sounds like that. An E. So, let's play through these chords one time with the beautiful lyrics that Aiden wrote for us. So, here we go. Everybody sing along and play along if you have an instrument. And ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Hey, ho, let's go. Hey, ho, let's go. We're going to Iowa. We're going to Ohio. We're going to Seattle. It's the Nautilus Bop. We're going to Iowa. We're going to Ohio. We're going to Seattle. It's the Nautilus Bop. Hey, ho, let's go. Hey, ho, let's go. Hey, ho, let's go. Okay, so remember, we can use the same concept that we have with the drums to practice with the metronome and take things slow so that we can learn on our own time, right? So, we want to start to wrap things up. But for now, I'm going to give you a taste of the song that we're going to be learning for next week. So it's going to keep one of the chords that we're used to, the D, but we're also going to be adding a C and a G. And we're going to be singing a song that you might be familiar with that goes something like this. We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, a yellow submarine, yellow submarine. Okay, so if you're familiar with that song, then hopefully you're really excited. And if you haven't heard it before, make sure to check it out because it's one of my favorites. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and keep those practice videos coming. And really excited to see what we come up with next. Hope you have a really good day. Stay safe, y'all.